Welcome back.
Welcome back.
The back nine, FPO, final round, playing Estonian Disc Golf Championships, supported by or sponsored by Smartpost.
So the first nine coming down to a nicely played last basket that was quite uncomfortable to play. We had a basket on the top of a slope and a bit of a hazardous play for the roller option there, but the girls played out nicely. Keiti did get a par, others got a bogey or a double bogey, but it was a good first round, first nine for the girls, and we'll be jumping into the back nine now. Hopefully no basket throws out like Kaidi had on the first nine. I think it was hole number 4, and hopefully a lot of birdies. As you can see right now, after 9 holes, Kristin's on -1, apologies. Kaidi plus 22, Anneli plus 24, and Keiti plus 28.
Everything is still possible.
Everything is still indeed possible.
It's not an easy course. It may look like it's like an open course, but you need to know where to throw to be able to continue without any mistakes.
As you can see, the 10th hole is going to be uncomfortable. A straight corner to the left, OB behind that, so you don't want to go too far. You want to have a nice corner, nice spot on the tip of the corner to go for the basket. Keiti did a good throw there, and Kristin's going for a similar line as Keiti.
Slightly lower though.
Slightly lower indeed, but it's a good spot.
But just around the corner, there's like a ditch or something, so you don't want to go there too. You don't want to go too far. Maybe this is the reason why she went a bit lower, because, you know, she's got so much power. She might go too far, end up in the ditch, and then have an uncomfortable stance.
Yeah, you gotta play for win, not for distance, because this is championship.
Nice words.
Yeah, play for the win, not the distance. Usually I say go for par, hope for birdie, but usually it ends up go for bogey and hope for a bar.
Yeah. I think Kristin is having like a straight look to the an open look to the basket.
Yeah, it was a good first throw from her. It's a great spot to be in. And you can see the wind is really pumping up right now. The trees are flying basically, and that's going to ruin a lot of shots. Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about. Unfortunate there, but it shouldn't be too difficult to go under the basket from there and to lay up and at least get a par.
Go through. Slightly short, I think, but maybe she can pop them there, because I think Kristin ended up a little bit behind the trees. These branches may come into play for her.
And where does this go? It's a good throw from her.
Yeah.
Slight skip and between. Oh, that's a nice spot.
Yeah. It looked a bit dangerous in the beginning, but.
So not as far as I think she wanted to be, Keiti. It shouldn't be about a problem for her to just lay up, and I think that was left a bit too far for her.
Oh no!
And that's the problem you get with the guardian trees.
So that's basically a bogey now. You can't really get through from there.
Yeah, that's really low ceiling, uncomfortable trees everywhere. You can see she's trying to get a good spot to throw the disc in.
Just to get through.
Yeah. And that's fairly okay based on what was around her. So
is she gonna go for it?
And
did you see the signature on there?
Yeah, so I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, cute.
A bit too far for Kaidi, but Keiti is, you can see how the wind just played right there, forced the disc down. There was an option for her to actually throw it in, but you can
I think it's the rain, you know, she didn't really take time. She just wanted to...
Yeah.
The longer you stand there, your disc is going to get wet and it's going to go under your thumb and ruin the grip and everything.
No one likes a wet disc.
No.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. So, still we have the problem with the chains throwing the disc out, but that's also probably the fault of the wind and the rain and everything, and that's just something
obviously
you need
the
to...
basket as well.
Yeah, it's no, the rain is nothing. Basket's just... Right, who's going to remove the number 9 basket? Number 10, I think, is number 9 written on it. But
yeah, on the original layout it's number 9, but on this layout, which is for the championships, it's number 10. Yeah, we're going to discuss this.
Yeah, this should be removed.
To be honest, I quite like the hole. It's challenging.
The hole is good. It's a nice turn. It makes it interesting. You need to select the proper disc and make sure you don't go too far on the first throw, but yeah, the basket just needs to go. So Kristin on to 0, and 20, 22 and 28 was...
26. Oh, we need to pay more attention.
Yeah. Hole number 11, par 4, 222 meters. And Kaidi's going first. It's a bit of a tunnel on the first throw, but after that it's going to be slightly more open. You just need to get out of those trees and not between any other trees.
Well said. Yeah, all you need to do is get through the tunnel. Everything that comes after is way easier. However, for the second throw, you need to be careful not to end up on the left. There's like there's an OB area, which is sort of like a half circle coming out of the bushes, and yeah, that's going to come into play.
So first throw from Kaidi went to the right side, Keiti went to the left side, Kristin in the middle, and Anneli is gonna... Oh, yes. That was like a millimetre away from the trees, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that little shrub or bush here on the left, this is where you want to be right side to the right side? On the right side of that one.
The bushes are where you do not want to be.
So this is your landmark, yeah. So what's happening? Oh. Being on the left and slightly past the bush, this is where the OB is. I don't think anybody ended up there.
I think not.
That looks perfect. A straight look to the basket, I think.
And this is a second throw for Kristin, isn't it?
Yeah. So she's going to play over the OB. You can see the sticks there. Oh my god. What a shot.
So even with slightly damaged hand, she's way better than
That's ridiculous.
the majority of MPOs, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. But I think this is a hole that requires distance.
And she does indeed have distance.
Yeah.
Keiti is in that okay spot, depends on where the disc exactly landed. She might have a good gap there for the basket and even try to go for it, but that all depends on where it landed.
I think these gaps are actually really... they're okay, you can put them there. The only thing is, behind the basket, again, a slight downhill slope.
So nothing comfortable around here.
No.
So under the basket, and that is where Kaidi landed her second shot. Also between the trees.
Luckily, she's not too far in.
And luckily there's a gap to get out from, and she'll be close to the basket now.
Ooh.
Oh,
that was beautiful.
That was nice.
Come on, going. Oh no.
I was unlucky. Well, there was a nice way to throw it, a nice lane, but yeah, a bit too far and a bit too much to the left. Nicely done from Kaidi.
Coming off this hole with a par is really good. Yeah.
And you can say the same for Keiti. That was a good throw. That was a good, nice putt.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So that's 5 for
That had some
Anneli.
confidence in it.
Indeed. And Kristin's gonna easily just throw in her par. So Kristin's still on 0. Kaidi 22, 27 for Anneli, and 29 for Keiti.
3 holes ago, the difference between the scores of Kaidi and Anneli was really small, just 1 stroke, and it's way bigger now. This is what this course does.
So number 12, par 4, 256 meters. Slightly to the left and then straight on to the right. So you got OBs basically everywhere. You gotta throw between those lovely trees, which would bother me a lot, to be honest. I would probably throw straight into the first tree and go home and not play disc golf for another 2 days and then just go back on the course.
So the key to play this hole well is to get past the trees, obviously. It's a really long hole, and this used to be, this is actually 11 and 12 put together, so it's like a special layout for this competition, and it's going to do like a left S-curve. What you really want to do is be out in the open with the first shot. Oh, that's cute. That's fairly good for Keiti. And from there you can see the blue stick, which marks 100 meters. Then you can see the basket. You can do like a safe shot and take your par.
So forehand for Kristin.
Ooh.
That's probably not exactly what she wanted to do, but I'm sure she's going to have a option to get close to the basket from there still. That's a good throw from Anneli.
A good 2 shots from Anneli.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think she's in the best position at the moment. And Kaidi as well.
So oh, that's behind the bushes as well. So, oh yeah, it wasn't there where I thought it was. It was even actually a surprisingly better spot than I thought it was going to be. I thought the basket was going to be behind the bush, but she did have a line for the basket.
Yeah, she did have a line, but not a great stance though.
True.
Yeah, I think it still needs an approach. Not quite there yet, but still a good shot. And Kaidi, let's see if she's going to make it to the basket.
I think you're doing well, even further than the basket, it seemed like.
Come on.
Escape to the basket. And forehand for Kristin to get it close to the basket.
And that was her 4th shot, yeah?
4, yeah, indeed,
Yeah,
4th shot. So it wasn't that strong of a shot for Anneli, I think, or was I mistaken?
Yeah, Kaidi's not giving Anneli a chance to gain some strokes. Oh Anneli did really well on this hole, but
so pars for Kaidi and Keiti. Kristin is going for her 5th, and Anneli is going for her 5th as well. Yeah.
Oh. Did we miss one shot? The approach.
1, 2.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did miss one shot. It's hole number 13, 212 meters. OB as well on the left side and behind the basket. Fairly straight shot, but depends on how the wind's going to play and if the rain's going to bother you, and if you might get an OB or not. So you want to go slightly to the right on the first throw, and then keep it on the left edge, because
I would have to say this also looks easier than it really is, because you don't want to go to the left. There's OB on the left, but being on the right you can see the apple tree, and that's going to mess up a lot of throws actually.
So you just want to get behind the apple tree.
This is, yeah, that looks perfect. This is what you want to do. But then again, you know, you don't have the same wind on a tee pad which you have here, so you don't really know how the disc is going to fly. But yeah, that was perfect.
It's nice to have apple trees on a disc course. At least they have a snack between every throw.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
And that's okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah. In terms of distance, I don't think it's. Yeah, she's gonna have to take the par. But otherwise, yeah, it wasn't a bad spot. There's also a ditch there. You don't want to end up there either.
That was a nice throw.
Yeah, that leaves about 20 meters to the basket.
Bit of a layup and tap in, and it's all done.
Yeah.
Oh, Keiti.
Ooh.
At least Kaidi is going for something that she didn't really want to think.
Yeah, that looked like a late release, maybe, but I think it looked fairly open there. I don't think she's too in too much trouble.
I think not. You saw the Kristin's throw? She'd be under the basket. That was nicely over the slight slope. And
oh no!
Yeah, who needs a new wooden desk? You can get the trees out of there.
And as we can see, I was mistaken. She's not in a very comfortable position, but still, ooh, amazing.
Yeah, slightly too far for the basket, but it shouldn't be a problem for her to throw it in.
It looks too far for you. I think for her it's like, yep, easy.
Yeah, indeed.
Circle 1, I think, I don't know, but circle 1 I think should be fairly comfortable. But for Keiti and Anneli, yeah, they got the unfortunate kicks from the guarding trees.
And nicely in, that's a birdie for Kristin.
No mistakes.
Wind doesn't bother her at all.
Well, she recently said that, you know, we have some, the air is slightly moving in Estonia compared to what she's seen in the US. So, yeah, I don't think it bothers her.
If she's used to Estonian air and Estonian winds, then US shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
Nicely thrown in for Keiti. That's a par for her. And Kaidi's going for her 4th to the basket, and that's a par for her as well. Now Anneli, slightly uncomfortable 4th throw, and 5th is going to be in for her. So current scores are Kristin still on 0, everyone else 22, 29 and 29 as well for Anneli and Keiti.
So that's going to be interesting now. Who's going to come out as the number 3?
Yeah.
Or who knows, maybe even second.
Maybe even
Anything
second.
can happen.
78 meters, par 3. But this is with an island.
That's an island, yeah. The only right thing to do is go with the, you know, just what we saw Kristin do. How is the shot? Behind the island there's a little pond, there's water, so you don't want to
go there unless you like swimming.
You know, you can't even swim there, it's like mud.
So if you like mud, then you know where to go.
Yeah.
Hole number 14 in Elva. Get your mud shoes on, throw some discs and enjoy the
No, but it looks
rainy
beautiful,
weather.
that's the main thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I mean, who cares about the disc golf? It's just the mud. So on the island, I think should be everyone on the island. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it is. Oh, it's super close to the edge.
It can actually happen that the disc goes under the log, and then it's OB actually. It's possible, but you know, like just in a few places.
I've searched for a disc like that one time. Searched like for 45 minutes for one disc, and then we found it under a rock. Like went in for like a 3 millimeter or 3 centimeter gap straight on the rock. Thought it was gonna be gone, but suddenly we found it. It's interesting what position, what gaps and what spots you can find on a disc course. So birdie
for Kristin.
For Kristin indeed. Anneli is trying for a birdie as well.
I mean, having the tailwind here is actually a good thing, you know. If you'd have what's it called now?
Front wind.
Headwinds. Yeah, then it would be way more difficult for the raised baskets.
So Anneli got a birdie as well. Keiti is trying for a bird.
Going for birdie, yeah.
As well. Yeah, I think it was an OB for her as well. And another basket that should be removed, I guess.
But look how beautiful it looks.
Yeah, but you just gotta change the chains, you know? Just splits it out. So par for Kaidi, and probably most definitely I think it's gonna be a par for Keiti as well. She's not gonna miss that. Scores are -1 for Kristin, Anneli and Keiti are separated by 1, and 22 for Kaidi.
Heading to hole 15. This is also quite a difficult one.
Oh, that is a difficult one.
What you really don't want to do is end up on the right side with the first shot. You want to be on the left because it's going to give you a better angle to... Oh yes, this is what you don't want to do.
And that's unfortunate. I think the wind played a lot of role in this one.
Yeah.
208 meters you gotta go, but you gotta get the first shot nicely, and Anneli gets a pretty good one actually, I think.
Yeah. There's 2 gaps on the right hand side where you can approach the basket. One is like a main gap, like a wide one, but if you end up being too short or slightly short, there is an alternative option. Slightly risky, but sometimes it just might work. Maybe we can also see it. Maybe somebody's going to take it.
So second shot for Keiti, and will she get it to? Oh, there's an OB.
Come on, work. I don't think it's OB yet. I think that's safe.
Nice. That's
However,
good,
could be some low branches.
Yeah, it could make it uncomfortable. So Kristin's having a bit of a discussion on how to throw.
Yeah. Is she going to do a roller?
I think she might.
It's going the wrong way, but I think from there... No, it's over 100 meters.
At least it's not behind trees.
She can do that, yeah.
At least it's not behind trees. So forehand for Anneli, and where would that land? Would it be comfortable with the basket or not? Kaidi is going also for the forehand. She did get a good shot off the tee pad and a good spot to throw the second shot from. That is turning and fading nicely.
I think Anneli and Kaidi are pretty much in the same place right now. And there, you can choose whether to go forehand or backhand towards the basket. Oh, that's good. That's probably the edge of circle 1. Maybe slightly. Oh, that's a risky one because the OB on the left, this is...
Oh, that kick.
Yeah.
It would have been nice, but, you know, trees.
But then again, looking at the right side, going for hyzer shot backhand, you're going to need lots of power.
And that was an interesting shot from her, but still, sadly, an OB. You got to be careful with the OBs. And that was a good throw. She'd be out of the basket nicely. Same for Kristin. It shouldn't be a problem for her. It's a bit of a uncomfortable stance for her, but I mean, she can risk it. She has a good lead.
Yeah. But she's accurate as well.
True.
She's going to make it. No.
Ooh, again.
Better low than high.
True.
On this particular basket.
You got to chop off the few centimeters right there. So that's third basket.
Maybe we're just going to remove the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just leave the chains and then the bottom. As you can see, the OB is not too far from the basket. You can still...
There's a possibility to just chop it in. Oh, that's only 5 for her. But since there's a bit of a slope, you can get an uncomfortable roller and just roll it back to the OB. So, yeah. But 5 for Kristin as well. That is 4. That's a par for Kaidi. And OB 6 for Keiti. So plus 31 and 29 between Anneli and Keiti. Kristin on 0. 16, par 3, 96 meters. And no OBs, no nothing. Only loads and loads of trees. But if you get your first shot nicely, it should be okay. But unfortunate kick for Kaidi.
She might just be okay. The first trees are actually the most important ones to get past. But the next ones, I think they're going to be okay. And we did remove some tree tops. Less branches.
Slightly more comfortable.
Yeah. What you want to do here is just use a slightly understable disc with the backhand, and it's going to do like a perfect...
Perfect, yes.
That looks perfect. Yeah. This is exactly what you need to do here. So it's quite open there.
And she does have a line for the basket. You just need to get the first throw nicely, because the branches that she had over there, those are fairly uncomfortable, especially when you want to throw a bit upper forehand. And that is a good throw from Kristin.
Wow. Oh, that's in like 3 meters or something.
Something like that, yeah. Should be an easy tap in for her. Oh.
Yeah, so. I'm going to take it back. It's not that easy.
It's always like it, isn't it? Even if you have an open field, there's going to be one tiny tree and you're always going to hit that one.
Yeah.
That was the case right now. Kaidi's under the basket. Anneli is throwing slightly...
See, not going for the birdie.
Not going for the birdie. Was fairly far as well, to be honest. Keiti, is that the first throw for her?
I think so, yeah. She had the perfect line, you know.
Oh, yes, she did. She did indeed. Right, getting so close to the basket with the first throw, that's good. Unfortunately, she didn't get the birdie, but
2 strokes separating Keiti from Anneli. I think this is why Anneli played safe as well, not taking any chances to
Probably, yeah. That was a
Make the
good
gap bigger.
putt from Kristin, to be honest, and Keiti's trying to get a nice putt in as well for par.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Is that what?
Okay. That is really, really unfortunate. That should not have happened. That is
all you want to do is play safe, and this happens. This is stupid.
Yeah. So 5 for Anneli and 4 for Kaidi. So Anneli and Keiti are tied with plus 31. This is gonna be a battle between those two ladies. Hole 17, 220 meters. OB on the left side. Thankfully, not all the way on the left side. So you're gonna get out of those trees, and after that, slightly to the right. But if you land there,
yeah,
should be okay. Should be a good line for the basket.
I need to correct myself. I think I actually forgot one throw from Anneli on the last basket. So I was thinking like she was putting for birdie. That was actually for her third. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, because the first one was slightly to the left,
Yeah.
and then it was a bit too far on the circle edge.
This is what you want to do. End up slightly to the right, just on in the middle of the field. I think when you get to the Elba course and you're going to play this hole, this is where you're going to hold your head and think like, what? What is this?
Why did I come here?
Yeah.
Could have stayed home. But I still want to go and play the golf course. Unfortunate kick for Anneli on the first throw, but she did get it out fairly nicely
Yeah.
on the 100-meter line. Kristin's second coming up.
So it's like a 90 degree to the right and 100 meters left to the basket. And, you know, once you go in there, it's like, where's the fairway? Fairway.
Oh. As well, the tiniest of trees just hits the disc.
Oh.
Quite slippy there after the rain, but at least she managed to get the disc out at time. Just shrug it off. So third throw for Anneli.
Come on, turn. No.
And that's a shame as well, a bit too deep in the forest.
Maybe.
So that is...
Still don't see the basket. It looks like a straight line, but you have, as you said, lots of tiny trees, and
she got all the gaps, all the gaps possible.
I just wanted to say there's not like a real gap there.
Well, if there's someone who can find a gap, it's Kristin.
Oh my god, and Keiti.
And Keiti, yeah. I mean, they train together. They know the gaps.
Yeah. No, not a comfortable position.
Not at all. Just gotta put your knee down.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Nicely controlled though.
Yeah, don't make it too far, not too strong.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry. This is where Anneli landed on her third. Third throw. Yeah, that is not where you want to be at all. Tiny branches and everything and trees everywhere, but she does get a bit of a line out there to get.
She's inside the circle 1, so that's just a good save.
That's a good save indeed.
However, they are tied now with Keiti, so she's putting for bogey, right? And Keiti's pretty much under the basket.
Yeah.
For par.
So this should decide going into hole 18 who's gonna be leading.
To be fair, I think this basket is the one that's gonna decide, because hole 18 is fairly straightforward. There's not much that can happen or go awfully wrong.
So it's a 4 for Keiti, 4 for Kristin, Kaidi is going to tap in her 5th, and Anneli tapped in to get 6. So there's a lead between Keiti and Anneli. Slight lead for Keiti. It's like 2 strokes.
2 strokes, yeah.
And we're going into hole number 18, which is a comfortable par 3. 107 meters, as you said, shouldn't be that much of a problem for these girls. Should be a nice throw in under the basket, tap in, get the par, go home.
I don't think it's really an easy birdie for girls, but definitely an easy par. Even if you make a mistake with the first throw, you can still get the second one under the basket, unless you get really unfortunate. But I mean, all you can take is a bogey maybe, but not like a double or even triple.
Yeah, that was a nice throw from Keiti right there. Straight on the basket, nicely controlled disc. Kaidi's gonna try to go for something similar.
Beautiful.
And does it turn back? It turned back, a bit of a skip.
Yes.
Nice. That was a good throw. So all up for Anneli. If she somehow manages to get the ace, then she's still in the battle with Keiti, but sadly not with this throw. It's a bit too far from the basket, and that's going to be uncomfortable for her.
Yeah, there's not much you can do here anymore at this point in the game. I think it's quite safe to say that we have the first, the second and the third place
locked
settled.
in. Yeah. But at least a nice attempt, a nice approach, I mean, to under the basket. Kristin's trying to not even going for it. Safe to just get it under the basket and...
well, she's going to have the last putts anyway, so...
Yeah.
Oh. A lot of enthusiasm in that. No need for...
No point of attempting, just... get it under the basket and get it in afterwards. Anneli's taking her last, hopefully.
Yeah, well done. She did like a few really good rounds, and even this round is not too bad. A few mistakes that, unfortunately, just the. I don't know how to end the sentence. She maybe a few more mistakes than Keiti, unfortunately, and had to take a fourth place. But to be fair, it's good.
It's good. Well, there you have the 2022 Estonian Disc Golf Champion in FPO, Kristin Tattar, with a nice 0 score. Kaidi plus 24, Keiti plus 31, and Anneli with plus 33. Yeah. It was a good back nine for all of them. As you can see, Silja is congratulating Kristin right there, and that was a good last round for the girls. A bit of issues here and there, but that's just part of disc golf, isn't it?
Well, it can't be too easy. I mean, like if you want to do like a weekly game, go ahead, take an easy course. But this is championships that we're talking about, and thank you, Jussi, for hosting this.
Thank you, Silja. It was an amazing experience, and hopefully I can pop by another time as another competition comes around. Sure.
I think we can arrange something.
Nice.
We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for tuning in, and keep on getting those birdies.
Yeah. Go disc golf.
No 4 päeva sai möllatud siin Elva Discgolfipargis. Pole sinna ammu käinud, väga sellise sümpaatse mulje jättis. Näha on, et palju on tööd tehtud siin raja kallal. Minu meelest oli see väga selline väljakutsuv, aus rada, et ütleks, et väga tore oli siin võistelda, vaatamata sellele, et viimane päev nüüd oli natukene võib-olla ilm oli selline heitlik, siis tegelikult õnnistati meid ikkagi väga ilusate ilmadega ja kokkuvõttes väga ilusad mälestused jäävad.
Aitäh sulle!